Okay.
Let's see. Nice. If you had like the chance to be, if you had the chance to be in a boardroom or like a room with all the directors of contemporary art museums or galleries, what would you say?
Whoa. Big stuff.
Big stuff.
It's just like all of them in the world ever. I think I would focus.
Maybe let's say Europe, depends on where you've traveled.
I think Western.
Let's focus on
Western places maybe is the most pressing, but there's so much.
What's disappointing you the most when
wealth,
everything?
Wealth and privilege. Like people, it's, people are not acknowledging their privilege in a way where it's actually important and makes a difference. I was talking about it actually this morning with my mom, because we were talking about various people in my life who have a lot of like problems currently, and I grew up I had really terrible mental health for a long time, and I got myself out of it, and I was really using my work to get myself out of it as well. Like I really used it to process everything. Like I have to make art to be okay. And I think this question of privilege is not in the sense of like your problems don't matter if you are privileged, because on the one hand, like we can't help where we're born, we can't, like we only have so much power in our lives. I think I always try to be extremely ethical in everything I do, and I get really overwhelmed because you can't be perfect, because there's so much wrong, and I'm genuinely trying my best, and I think artists have an extreme, like I really believe that we all have the responsibility to take up space in ways that are meaningful, and we're all slaves to capitalism as well. Like, I also have to just make do in the ways that I can. Like I also need to contribute to the capitalist system in that, like, I still need to make money. I acknowledge, like, this is how we're living now. But you see it so much that it's so performative really often. And it's still, in my opinion, the wrong people getting platformed as well, I mean, I see this even in my immediate bubble, right? That it is rich men who have nothing to say who are still really getting platforms. And also people who want to seem like they care, and then the way that it comes out is also just a bit wrong. And I think that it's not so much about being educated in the right ways, or the right ways to like talk about things, because people can learn this. This is also why these men are still at the forefront, because they're really good at talking, and they're really charming, and they're really good at showing themselves. And it is a bit of a, like, I think artists also are extremely selfish and have to be. But again, like this, there's so many people who are working with like raw, real emotion and trying to translate this in a way where you can experience it through actual artistic expression. Like, there's I'm the realm of art that I enjoy and that I'm a part of is really specific, because I work a lot with humor myself, and I think using humor to talk about real things is super nice. Because all of my topics are quite serious, but everything I do is intended to be very funny, and it's this way of meeting people and giving them a perspective on something where they get to meet it not with defensiveness. Because through using humor, you're saying like, we're all allowed to laugh at this thing while we all still feel something very real about it. Like, you're allowed to have an experience that implicates you in some way, but because I'm letting you laugh about it, it's easier to take in, and again, like, it's not about blame at all, because we can't really help it, but this playfulness, like, playfulness and seriousness at the same time is really important, because if you're also not serious about things, then you also end up just throwing things on the floor and pretending like it means more than it does. So I think if I was talking to all of the directors of the museums, it would also be like focus less on words as well.
You're saying not focus as much on words. Why exactly? Do you feel like words should deserve less of a proportion in the realm of like, what is it? What do you call that? Media? Like tangible material? What are the three options? Like material?
I don't know.
The thing you said in the beginning, that there's a shift from concepts.
Concepts, like
it's
technical
skill
and material.
And you feel like it should be more technical and...
No, I think I think they can all marry in like a beautiful way. I also think words are very important when there's a lot of attention placed on them, but I also think it's extremely easy to say things. It's extremely easy to implicate people also by saying things. And we are not starved of words. Like when we, I don't know, maybe it's the circles I'm in are also like extremely activist, but on like social media, you know? What we as activists are doing is like posting things on our Instagram story, or, you know, writing long texts about things that are really important. Yeah. But it's different, for example, also if you write a book on something like literature is very different than a thing that you put in like an Instagram caption or one little text on the wall that like maybe you have a lot of research backing, but then we hear so many words all the time, and I think it's
there's a lot of noise.
Yeah, and it's easy to not place blame on yourself if you're also able to use words to like get angry at other people, because we all have topics that we care about more, you know, and in a lot of ways, like I'm really not educated on, for like as much as I could be on like colonialism and the experience of other cultures, and it's hard for me to often take all of these various things in, and if somebody then is like trying to put loads of words and research on it rather than also communicating like an emotional experience, which I'm extremely receptive to, you know, and I find like empathy is also like, it's visceral, like we should be feeling sensations in our bodies, you know, and art really has this value in being able to give you like a textural sensation, like just sensory in general, which I think we're like really starved of now as well. Like we don't have that many sensory experiences. This is also why like dancing in the club is so nice, because you get to just like feel something and let things out and feel community in like a completely different context, where it doesn't matter how much you've read or how much you say or how much you know. Or how much you know about. And I think in the art world, like it's a bit of a, I mean, it's super over intellectualized in a way that like I also consider myself intellectual and I love doing research, but that's not my goal of my art, is not trying to prove that to anyone. Like I know this myself, and I'm trying to do something else with the means that I have, because this is like the world of thought-provoking, not convincing, I guess. Yeah. Otherwise I'd go be a philosopher or a journalist or something, you know, and then you can actually also use research and media in ways that, you know, reach people. I think it's we're too comfortable staying in all of our little bubbles and circles as well, and just recycling the same words, and I just see it works for some reason, and I don't really always get it. So less words and more empathy. Yeah. Nice one. Thank you. Thank you.